Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber and today I am going to be discussing the book To All the Boys I Have Loved Before. I picked up this book a little bit ago and it's a part of my June TBR, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on it because I thought it was such a cute, fun book, and so I wanted to do a little bit of a review on it. The synopsis is about a girl named Laura Jean. She is in high school and she has an older sister named Margot who's going off to college, and then she has a little sister named Kitty, and it's just them and their dad. Their mother passed away, and when you read the book it'll go into details as to what happened there, but it's just the three girls and their dad, and then Josh, who is their next door neighbor, who has been a part of their family coming and going ever since he moved in next door when he was a little kid. And so Josh is kind of an adopted part of the family. He is also Margot's boyfriend, and then there's some drama going on with that situation, that relationship. And then you have the main premise of the story is about Laura Jean. Part of what she does is writes letters to boys that she has been in love with, and she never intends to give them these letters. It's something therapeutic for her to do. She writes them, addresses them, seals them up in envelopes, and then she puts them in this hat box. And they just get tucked away in her closet, and they're not meant for anyone to read. She doesn't ever actually go back and read them herself, from what I understand. She kind of seals them up, and once they're sealed up, they're done. It's a closed chapter. And so these letters get mailed out. However, I won't go into how that happens so that it won't ruin it for you, but I totally guessed it right. At first I thought I was wrong because of how they talked about it, but I ended up being right. Anyway, those letters get mailed out to these boys, and now these boys are coming up to her and approaching her and being like, hey, I got this letter from you. And so now it's all of a sudden she's having to explain herself and freaking out about it. And one of the boys, of course, that gets a letter is Josh, and another boy that's a main character is Peter. He gets a love letter as well. Most of these love letters took place when she was young, like in middle school or something, and so a lot of them are just crushes and loves that she had a long time ago. But anyway, even then they still are like, hey, I got this love letter from you, what is this all about? And Peter was the first one to approach her about it, and then Josh tries to talk with her about it. So the love triangle then begins between Peter and Josh and Laura Jean, and there's drama, and there's secrets, and there's manipulation and deception, and it's so fun. And I love reading about Laura Jean and her trying to juggle so many different relationships with her sister and Josh and Peter, and trying to maintain her own sanity while all of this is going on. And it's really fun. It's quite comical sometimes, but I love watching one of the love stories evolve and develop, and it's a really cute story. I'm anxious to read book 2, which I already went and got because I needed to know what was going to happen. I haven't started it yet because I want to finish my June TBR pile first. That is such a goal of mine, is once I put that video out there that these are the books I'm going to read for the month, I want to finish all of those books in that month. It's just my own personal goal. It's how I would like my channel to be run. So when I tell you these are books I'm going to be reading for the month, then I really want to stick to that and actually read and finish all of them. I am lucky enough to be able to be at home, and so I do have the time to dedicate to that goal. So anyway, a little detour there. And if you're wondering why I have a plate of cookies sitting here, one of the things that the girls do during Christmas time is they have what they call a cookie bonanza. They get a whole bunch of cookie recipes and they pick and choose. A lot of them have their same ones that they like to cook every year. So they make a whole bunch of batches of different cookies, and then they give them to friends and to family and to neighbors. And so Jenny Han, shared 4 of the cookie recipes in the back of her book. And so if you have her book and you didn't notice, go in the back, and she has it's at the part where, right there in the back of the book. And then she shares 4 different recipes. So the one I picked was Lara Jean's Cowgirl Cookies. And actually the recipe tells you to use a 1/4 cup of cookie dough. So for anybody that likes to cook, I don't want these to slide off. I'm making mess. But a 1/4 cup of cookie dough is huge. That's a ton of dough. So I imagine this cookie is going to turn out to be like this huge, huge thing. So I didn't do that. I just ended up using a cookie scoop and making them from there. So that's how they turned out, and they're rather delicious. I didn't put walnuts in mine because I can't have walnuts, but they do call for walnuts. But I didn't put them in because I don't want to get nasty canker sores in my mouth. I hate being allergic to them, but I am. So luckily it doesn't make or break the cookie, and they're super yummy. So anyway, that's why I have a plate of cookies here, and I wanted to share them with you because I thought it was such a fun idea to include the recipes in her book. And I love recipes, and I love books with recipes. I'm sharing another video on a culinary mystery series, and it's all about food, and there's tons of recipes in all of the books. There's 12 books in that series. So anyway, check out that video. I haven't posted it yet, but I have already filmed it. So if you have not read this and you're interested in reading it, I totally recommend it. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars, and it is a fun, even though it takes place during the school season, I think it would still be a fun summer read because it's got all these fun little love twists going on. And when I think of summer books, I usually think like love stories and stuff. So this would be a good fall book because of the time setting with it being set during school time, but I think it would still be a fun summer book to read as well. I will let you know what I think of the second book, which I can't imagine I'm not going to love because I loved this one so much. And again, if you have any book suggestions that you think I would enjoy reading, please leave them down in the comments. If you read this book, what did you think? Did you just love the whole situation? Who are you rooting for out of the love triangle? Who's your pick? Who do you want her to pick? Or who should pick her? Either way. I think she gets the say in it. So have a wonderful, beautiful day wherever you are in this world, and I will be seeing you soon.